Back to Australian Technology Park for game number 2 of Avant Gaming up against Noxious Gaming. Avant are up 1 map to 0. I think, Uber, it might be time to get into the action.
Let's jump into Inferno here. Map number 2. We are into the pistol already. And we are going to see your fairly standard banana push here. You can see Avant Garde not stacking any sight here. So very standard defensive setup for them. And your casual smoke just to block them off here. So slowly but surely, we're going to have to see Noxious, see if they can take control of the map here. Muju's holding the bomb in the mid here. He is just trying to see if there's an opening here. So look, when you start T-side and you know you have some serious rounds to make up, you can't blame Noxious for this kind of setup. So I've taken some damage early on in the piece, and he was trying to work on the B. Maybe some spray through the smoke there definitely found him. DevK is going to cop a little bit of damage too, but very much just warning shots being fired at this stage. Let's see everyone as they set up here on B as well. No, they're not really sure where they're committing to at this stage. So, of course, if you just missed it, Noxious did go down in that first map. It was a 16-5 scoreline. Avant Garde too strong. Here's the push, though. Muju's going straight in towards Archers there. Does find Sheep. And the push on towards A is definitely underway. You can see it's a good setup here. Chriso, a big dink on towards Muju. He's trying to get onto the side, but he had the bomb in hand. He did drop it. Chriso getting the cheeky little pick here with that USP. May will respond there as well. Shredzy will get the bomb down, but he's last man standing. What can he do from this position? We'll find Chriso's head. He's got a 1v2 situation on his hands. He can do this. Course. And nice little cheeky shot towards DevK now. The 1v1. This is a must-win round here for Noxious. Maybe stating the obvious here, of course. Those of you who've played any CSGO know how important it is to get a good start on that T side out of the 1v1 situation. Sorry, Petey. A little bit healthier at this stage. Might go for a bit of fight. He's got a kit on him. Oh, Shredzy might not make it in time. No, he stopped the defuse there. And Shredzy find his head. You know what? If he actually went for that, if he went for the proper defuse.
Yeah, I reckon he could have probably got that one, to be honest. I think that would have been very, very close if he had done that. Had the kit. What's the point of buying the kit, Uber, if you don't make use of it? I don't know. You're not going to chop his nipples off with the diffusing kit, are you? I don't know what else you're going to do with other than to defuse the bomb.
What they do when the round's finished is up to them. We're going to have to see any of that. So, okay, first round obviously going towards Noxious here. Let's see what they can do with it here. They are buying up Galil. We have an ump as well and an AK buy for Muju. Here, Cyber's going to be the man that will be pushing first and foremost. He's going to get himself up in towards Apps. Does have the Mac 10 as well, so obviously brutal against those unarmored targets. So much so that PD's opted for some armor there. But there's Chriso with the Mag 7, and that is going to put a spanner in the works. There's no doubt there. Chriso onto the Cybe. He went down. Did take a little bit of Galil's spray there, but Avant Garde now just going to sit back on this one. Mate.
Just reading all the bits and pieces here. So this is, the thing to remember, obviously, is that GoTV is down for the first round. So this is best of 2. For round 2, I believe we will be straight into it, Uber. I believe that is the story. So we'll be up for round number 2. PDG going to take out May there. He is a big Deagle fan. Sheep going to take down one as well. Only Chriso left. It is a 2v1. The bomb is down. He has a lot of work to do here. We'll be able to push through the smoke. Probably not the best idea, I think. Maybe try and grab a couple of exit kills, perhaps, and pick up a weapon. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's going to... I don't know if this is a good idea, but he's going to go for it anyway. 19 HP here. And going to try and force these players to stay back. No, Smurfy going to take him down. And 3 rounds in a row here for Noxious Uber. That's a nice start.
Yeah, for the record, round 1, Petty didn't have a kit.
Really?
No. Obviously, when you're defusing, the icon comes up above your head. I got a little bit confused between the two. So,
see, I rely on you for information like this, Uber. If you let me down, I'm just going to go down the wrong track.
It's fine. You know what? Like we go
like
down
a
together, bro.
Like a 15-year-old girl following an older, handsome gentleman.
It's an interesting analogy there. I'm not sure.
Call me Simon.
Okay. I think we'll leave it there. Now, May is going to be the man at the front here, pushing towards Nana. You can see now Avant Garde going to flash the way in and try and take control here. May got to be at the sandbag. Surely they know he's there. Chriso does find him there with the P250 going to be pushing down as well. Look at the pressure that Avant Garde are trying to apply. There goes the head of Muju's. And that is a severely weakened Noxious now. Having to piece the rest of this round back together. Obviously, the lost DevK, definitely a worthwhile trade. The AK now going over towards Chriso. But here's the push here from Noxious. The molly is in the hands of Shredzy. He's going to throw that down towards Dig. Now they're going to push in towards Jungle. Side finds Sheep now. Slowly but surely making their way in. Going to smoke up that Archers as well. Going to look towards Library. Here's Smurfy. A little bit of a turn on his heel to find the head of Hazard. Shredzy still going to chase up in towards that site as well. Be a nade in towards that pit. No one from Avant is actually in that pit. Chriso is actually going to come out behind him. Does have an AK. Does have a flash as well. And a couple kills for his troubles in this round thus far. Bomb does go down. Chriso's got to decide left or right. Which will it be? There's 3 players to deal with. He finds the first one. Smurfy goes down. Chriso continues to make his way around the side. Does get flashed up here. Will be a couple of flashes then. A bit of a spray, I think, out from Shredzy. Didn't really find its mark on towards Chris despite lack of armor here. Chris finds ahead of Shredzy. The 1v1 situation. Bomb is obviously down. Chriso now has to deal with this man. Saib has health. He also has a bit of armor here. The trading goes back and forth. But Saib will manage to get him through that box. And it's 3 rounds on the trot here for Noxious. These were the rounds they had to find last game. Better late than never, I suppose.
Absolutely, absolutely. Avant only needs to pick up 6 rounds in this map to come out and win the best of 2. So Noxious has all the pressure on them at the moment. It really is all about picking up as many T-side wins as they can, because they're going to need each and every one of them. They need to have an amazing T-side, show just how good they are as a team, and come back and back it up with a CT side win as well. So, May taking a little bit of damage here. We will see the smoke going down as well. Just forcing back players. Chriso firing through. Actually, May going to take out PDG. Nice ding onto him. Going to put him down first blood for this round. May having a look down. Bananas, he does know someone is there. Just going to hold back. I can't see. Is it Has? He is just holding on the short side. Crusoe going to go down to only 13 HP as well. So starting to get pushed back. He knows, or he suspects someone up there in apartments. There you go. Nice work, Uber. You are the #1 cameraman, Oz CSGO. Smurfy takes out one. That would be Sheep, who did pick up one of his own just before giving away his location. 2 players left, Sib and Smurfy. Sorry, Saib, even Shibe. And he's going to go down. Smurfy does take out Crusoe in retaliation. 1 on to 2 here. Has does not have very much HP at all. So it is all up to Smurfy whether he wants to try and get a bomb plant down. He's coming up through apartments. He does take out Has. 1-on-1. M4 up against the AK. There we go. Will show himself coming out of apartments here. Flash going to come out. Is he going to poke around the side? Bomb plant might go down. It does. Forced down to 40 HP. Does pick up Smurfy in the end. And finally a round win here for Avant Gaming.
All right, there's the defuse there, and not a moment too soon. DevK going to put one back on the round for Avant-Garde. Slowly but surely. I mean, they were forced back. They were happy to give ground in that round as well, just to sort of keep themselves alive. And just so you guys know, we are controlling the camera here. I'm usually used to Go TV and a bit more of the director camera, so apologies if we do miss some things here and there. Trying to capture as much of the action as we possibly can. PDG has the Mag 7 in hand. Of course, expect no less from the man. And he's going to be stacking up on that B side here still. Another standard spread here, though, for Avant-Garde. And you can see May will be at the front here. It's going to be a couple AKs, a couple Tech 9s, and some arm here. Plenty of nades, though, in the hands of the Noxious guys. A good Tech 9 rush is, well, as we've seen in recent times, very, very effective, especially at picking up rounds on this map. Can May channel his inner Olafmeister and get in on towards that B side? It looks like the bomb actually being carried a little bit more in the mid direction at this stage. And Shredzy is the man trying to make an entry there. We do see Sheep get a little bit flashed out. He got the nice double last round. Really held beautifully from that archway. Let's see if he can do the same in this round. Sheep now is going to get pushed onto it just a moment. Chris Oda finds Saib, though. Smoke up around Sheep's ears at this stage. There's Chriso sitting up on towards that balcony here. Has coming around. Sheep. There he goes. Mujus picks him up as he pushes in towards him. Still one being held a banana, by the way, so an early rotate could prove to be fatal here for Avant-Garde. Has just trying to hold here as well. The rest of his team, PDG, still thinking about it. He will be left at the B site. We're going to see the one rotate out from DevK. He will go in towards jungle. Not sure, though, if he really wants to leave that B site unattended, or at least just for PD there. PD senses something is afoot. It's going to be a flash out for him. Let's see if he can hold with that Swag 7. He's in a great position there. DevK finds Smurfy. There's PDG. Oh, we missed that first shot. Crucially missed the second as well. Here's the push on towards that B side now. Smoke up towards CT. Oh, Shredzy through the smoke. I don't believe it. Picks up DevK as he tries to get in on some of the action. Now, Chriso is the last man standing. He is way out of position. And it looks like he might just have to hold onto his gun this round.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we see Noxious picking up a round they really needed here. Avant getting out to buy. They did pick up a 1-round win, but Noxious coming back with some awesome action here, taking them down. Going to be 4-1 here, Uber, and it's a very good position. Chriso hiding all the way back on the other side of the map. He's not even. I don't think he's even looking for a couple of. Nah, hide away. Keep your weapon. I think that is probably the better idea, to be perfectly honest. So 4-1. Noxious starting to pick up a couple of rounds in a row. They did lose the previous round, but I think this is a pretty good start for the guys. We'll see what Avant want to do. Are they going to buy? They're going to kind of like a very, very kind of half buy there. PDG actually really likes that flash there on the A-bomb site, Uber, and it's worked for him before. We saw it work for him at the PDG Invitational, but this time around, it's certainly he missed his shot. You need to make if you get the flash off, you need to make the shot.
In theory, what he was trying to do was fine. I mean, especially holding first in that little corner with a Mag 7 generally yields decent results. You'll always see people check it now, especially if they push up to grill before actually trying to take control of the side. They try and get all their angles sort of covered, but he missed the shot. It's as simple as that. If you miss the shot, you're going to get sent back to the pavilion with a bullet hole in your brain. So no good there for Avant Garde in that round. And they still left Pity there. Like they were thinking correctly, I feel. It's just the one-on-ones. The ones that really benefit Avant Garde in the last map. Now a little bit more of a different situation. May following suit here with his own Mag 7 pickup, and have a look at this. The creep is on in towards this site here from Noxious. Slowly but surely they're making their way through. Shredzy trying to lead the charge. Mujuice finds Death K as well. Gunfire going out towards those archers. Chriso does find Mujuice out from Library. May picks up Chriso though at the same time. Control start to be taken here. Shredzy, will he spray through the smoke? No, he's going to get someone come up behind him in just a moment. I'm sure of it. In fact, Sheep is going to be the man with the Mag 7. He's going to make his way to the bomb site. Crucial position here. Can he make the shots? Oh, Smurfy finds Haslo. Sheep's got to be quick about it. And Smurfy turns on to him as well. It's all going wrong for Avant Garde. They set up well, but the execution is lacking.
Yeah, absolutely. They're coming out. He was very lucky to be able to come around through that smoke and through behind into the B bomb site in a great position, but certainly missed all the key shots there. Maybe they need to pick up a better weapon for that next time around. I know they love that style of shotty, but it's just not playing off. Or they need to practice it more.
Hit him in the head.
You got to hit the shot. You can't buy it and then miss. It's a bit of a shame, to be perfectly honest. So we'll see Avant buying nothing this time around. I think 1 CZ. So that is the extent of it. Oh, and a nice little flash there as well. So this could quite easily be another round going out to Noxious. We'll see what they are holding back. Avant obviously needing to pick up a couple of quick, cheap kills here. They're going to have any shot at pulling this down. But Noxious aren't going to have any of it. They're playing this methodically. They're being very, very careful, trying to get a pick of their own as they do make their way into the B bomb side here. Very slowly, side coming down to the bottom into Boiler. Oh, their nice shot going to get up. Push Shredzy down to 16 HP. Smurfy going to go through. So I'm going to get first blood onto Chriso. And they are going to make their way into the B-bomb out of apartments here. Smurfy does get almost picks up a kill. Shredzy and May going to take down one each. And that is it. Avant going to go down that round. They did manage to get a couple of kills, doing a little bit of damage and causing Noxious to buy a couple of AKs in return. But finally a buy round coming out from Avant.
Well, they need this one here. They definitely need to make some rounds back. Sheep's going to be the man with the AWP in hand this time. Definitely one to watch. Is he going to be aggressive on that mid? Is he going to try and shut down? They're giving up a lot of the map at this stage to Noxious. They really let them go where they please. They can really sneak up towards mid and dig and sort of have their way with Avant Garde's defense at this stage. So let's see if a more aggressive setup from Avant or more standard. Seems to be the latter at this stage. May is going to be pushing up Nana there as well. Not going to see a lot. We call it Nana. That's so Australian. Just realised that. Banana. May now going to check mid as well. A similar setup to last round. You often see this Noxious setting 3 up second mid and towards those apps there. Shredzy usually the man trying to punch through mid, create a distraction, usually allowing Smurfy to come out through Carps here. Chriso will be watching at dig there. He will be waiting for the push, but he goes down side. We'll find him early on our side. Spray through the smoke as well. He always knows that Sheep is often lurking over towards jungle of that side of the map. Finds that kill over on the bomb side. So Avant Garde, Noxious need to punch this all at once, essentially. They can't just go one by one. They're trickling in towards this A bomb side, and Avant have a lot of time to set it up. Here's Has trying to receive the push here. The M4A1, S not really enough to get the job done. Sheep, though, does find the AWP pick there. He's still looking out from the library, but there goes up the smoke. It's not tricky to get in now. AWP, not a great retake weapon. May in pit, Saib in pit, Smurfy in pit, covering multiple angles. It's a pretty dirty spot, actually. You can cover a lot of this A-bomb site. Hard to dig them out. It depends what nades they really got there. May finds a shot on towards Death K. He's going to have another one, but Sheep will pick him off there from dig. Avant-Garde, do they have enough time? Are they going to go for this? No. They're going to back away, try and save the guns, with the exception of PDG, of course, who not one to be left out. Will get picked up there by Smurfy. Sheep does have the AWP in hand. Really wants to try and hold on to that one here. Scoreboard telling an interesting story. Smurfy quite large, and actually he's a man trying to do a lot of the entries as well. He and Shreddy, should I say. Getting the upper hand on those entry frags, it's effective trading into those bomb sites that is yielding these rounds. And you know what I said earlier on, before even our first map? Get a good run on the T side, and you start to see this weird alternate universe situation where it's a 7-1 lead to Noxious on the T side.
Yeah, the Australian teams do seem to love their T-side play. I don't know if it's the Convict Blood Uber or that is just how it ends up, but Noxious Gaming going very, very strong here on the T-side. It's exactly what they needed because they're only 5 rounds away from losing this map in our best of 2. Smurfy going to take out First Blood. Crusoe going to get down. We will see 2 players here up in apartments and just trying to get a couple of picks. They have, as you said, managed to get some great entry frags so far in on this map, in this second map of the best of 2 even. So we'll see what the boys can do. Pushing back out into mid as well, just holding, looking down to the boiler. There we go, PDG holding back. He almost manages to get one, does do a little bit of damage, but the guy's going to come through Banana here. Only 2 players left, Haz and Sheep on this very limited buy from Avant. Haz does manage to pick up one. Nice CZ shot from him. Going to try and poke around the corner. He might be able to get an A. He does. Moojuice gets picked up. Bomb plant going to go down. Haz going to get forced back. We'll see. Sheep is starting to make his way in as well. So, these guys...
Swap some guards? Oh, he's probably got no bullets in the CZ, to be fair.
It does run out. You should get extra bullets after kills. That's how it should really work. That's fair, isn't it?
I think it's a Call of Duty.
Oh, there. So I'm going to take out Sheep. Smurfy going to take out Haz. And 8-1. Noxious getting a great start here, going very, very well. Certainly completely different to game number 1 that we saw only half an hour ago.
Cumulative round score for Noxious approaching that 13, so they're definitely on the way. They're really picking them up here. And Avant-Garde, they better have a damn good T side. I'll give you the big tip, otherwise they might find themselves in an upset loss. And this is the way the best of 2 format does work. It's a bit tricky for some people to get their heads on. This is the 3-pronged assault, by the way. Sybe, Shredzy, and, of course, Smurfy, always working apps. They do it so well. They're controlled by multiple angles, really poking and prodding at the defensive Avant-Garde and making it hard for them to actually watch their angles with confidence. They're always expecting shots to come from some other direction here. Sybe in those apps as well. He's going to have to pick there towards Carps, and Chriso just stepped right on back there. Sybe is waiting for that pick, but it's going to be a nade thrown, I think, at this stage. So smoke is upside. Well, we're happy to give away his position there. Chriso already jumped down in towards pit though. So, I mean, cat's out the bag. Not just definitely setting up at apps here. Not to say that they've committed on towards this side or anything, but they're definitely just setting up camp here a little bit here. Sybe. There's Smurfy, man. I'm looking for Moojuice. He's just chewing Banana on it. Come back to him later on, see what he's doing. But Sybe there. Molly at his feet. Prevent it from pushing out on towards Dig. Chomping at the bit, Noxious are. They want to get these entries, and they know they can. But so far, it's just a matter of stalling out. If you're Avant-Garde, Sheep has a crack, doesn't get it, and then he's going to push right back on towards that side. Giving up ground, Avant-Garde. They're doing it well, though. They're giving up ground without losing too many players at this stage. Smurfy going to throw the smoke to block off a lot of that library. He's got to push out in a second, surely. Chriso's still in the pit waiting for a Moojuice there. Does find PDG. And the man, that was over towards... There might be a rotation here. Chriso finds Shredzy. Smurfy with a response. He has actually pushed out. Hard for Avant to know which bomb site's really going to be hit at this stage. Smurfy, he really wanted to get out there unharmed because the push is going over towards B. And Noxious only have those 2 players left to do it. Essentially open their CT. May does pick up Haz. Important frag there. It's going to be a plant over at Grill. And Avant-Garde now playing keep up. And the time just run out. So important round for Avant-Garde there. Almost had the bomb down. And this is... I mean, it took him so long to find that pick on towards B.
Yeah,
ran out of time.
They did indeed. Got to pay attention to the clock here. So Avant really stealing a round win there, I suspect. They probably didn't necessarily 100% deserve it, but they'll take anything they can, to be honest. 2-8. They'll be really need to pick up some momentum here. Obviously, they only need to win 6 rounds, but you don't want to lose map 2, really, and win the best of 2. Winning the best of 2 is great, but for their confidence, it would certainly be better to come out of this game with a decent victory, I suppose. So, Sheep's taken a bit of damage. Has as well. We will see a couple of guys up here in apps, one down in boiler. Bomb has been dropped down below apartments, and it looks like they're just chilling around the A bomb site. Not much going on at B at the moment, but they have, swapped back and forth so far. May out here towards Banana. He's just holding back as well. Smoke forcing them down, holding them back. A bomb site does look like where it is. That's a pretty average Molotov coming out from Noxious. Saib getting forced back into Boiler as well. So it looks to me like they are sort of prepping here to try and get into this A bomb site, or are they just trying to hold and find a pick of their own? Mujuice actually has taken a little bit of damage by the looks of it, down to 18 HP. Sredzi poking out, has here in a great position. Will he get a kill? Molly going to go down, force them back. Smoke coming out from Noxious. DevK holding. Will he see one? Whoa, just did take out Saib. Nice camera work there. At least it's not me. At least it's not me doing the terrible camera work this time. I can be bad at other things. Sheep going to take out May. Smurfy coming around the back of the B-bomb site. Sheep going through the smoke. Going to take out one. Smurfy taking him out in return. The bomb has gone down. 2 players up, both with AKs here for Noxious. 3 players up for Avant Gaming. They need to make the retake here. See what these guys are going to do. PDG and Has does get taken down. PDG swings around. He does not miss this shot. Gets the M4, and that is it. Nice retake there from Avant. They will get the defuse. He does have a kit. I love the fish in the pond. And going to be 3 and 8. Halfway to their 6 rounds that they need here, Uber.
Yeah, I mean, Avant-Garde, they're happy to give up this ground. You can see them giving up a lot of the map towards Noxious, because it's almost like Noxious end up shooting themselves in the foot at one point or another. I mean, they're getting the plant down, so they're successfully hitting these sides, but the retakes from Avant-Garde have been strong. Noxious are often going into a plant scenario, a 1 to 2 players down. So the retake is never easy, especially on Inferno. To take a retake aside is it's not easy. But with the extra players, Avant can always watch those angles, and they can afford to trade 1-for-1s quite happily. What we need to see from Noxious is some clean entries. They don't necessarily have to push a bomb site super early in the round. It's not a big deal. But when they do, they really need to not sustain as many casualties, I suppose. It's a pretty basic way of putting it, to be fair. But that is going to have to be the plan for them from here on out. May is watching mid again. Slow and steady for Noxious. Smurfy is up in apps. Shredzy in his general spot here. That 3-pronged assault again at work. We see a bit of a smoke out there. You can have a look and see that Sheep normally sets himself up actually over at the jungle. He's pushed way back in towards library here. So again, giving up ground seems to be the word of the moment right now. Smurfy, Shredzy, should I say. Not going to see anyone. May going to be the spearhead here. He's going to check library. He's going to get picked very, very quickly. Sheep going to just take him out. Now Chriso knows he's going to flash over in that particular direction. Molotov does go out to follow, so this is Avant-Garde being sneaky beaky like and just letting them come to them. Smurfy does find Chriso there. Shredzy pushing towards smoke. Sheep does get smoked up here. What can he do? He's got an AWP. Oh, he finds him at point blank. Very, very cheeky, but Smoke's still up in front of him at this stage. Bomb is held on the side. It's going to get planted as well. Saib's going to be watching the push around from Dig again. Noxious pushing into a plant scenario with one less player. Let's see if they can hold. They have the advantage for now, but not in numbers. More positional, if at all. Mujuice is sitting on that site. Saib's in pit as well. Sees PDG, maybe through the smoke. Couple shots there. DevK and Sheep, another successful retake for Avant-Garde. You can't really fault Noxious for the way that they're going about approaching these bomb sites. But they haven't made, yet, any sort of clean entry to the B site. It's always, they send the one lurker, the one player out, usually May, one of the strongest players on this team, to get a pick or something like that. And then they might rotate there and apply pressure to a weakened sort of B site. But they've never really gone there as their first option, and maybe it might be a consideration for them here. Yeah,
and the times that they have done it, they've either run out of time or they've had it retaken from them on the vast majority, certainly in the last half of this first half on map number 2. So we will again see a couple of players poke down here. May getting stuck back on car, down to 66 HP, getting a little bit of burn damage there. Perhaps PDG holding one of his favourite positions here on the B bomb site. He does love lurking with his shotgun.
Baker of Atletico, love a throwback. Standard PDG.
He is a classic player. I do love Peter. So again, we're seeing the same setup here from Noxious almost every single round. They come through, try and get a poke on either side. And I think Avant are just starting to wise up to where they expect these Noxious players to hang out. Only May and Saib taking a little bit of damage. We'll see starting to stack towards that B bomb site, however, has taking down Saib. First kill of this round Has took a little bit of damage as well, but Avant looking pretty good here. May going to pull through the smoke. 2 plays, though, for Avant on this B bomb site. We'll see. Oh, down to 13 HP. PDG, too strong with the bank off Atletico. Need to change that to the bank of Avant. Gaming Muju's going to take him out. Debk going down as well from Shredzy. 3 players up.
Oh. All right. Yes, well, we might change it. Maybe if you can bankroll his gun change, maybe. Oh, dear. Anyway. Bomb is down. So Noxious may able to get in on towards that one. Sheepin do have the weapons for it. They're going to have a crack at a bit of a retake here. Has going to be coming out from Nana and from CT will be Sheep. He does have an AWP in hand. Very fancy looking one there. Muju's finds to pick on towards has the 1v3 situation. Sheep with a not the ideal weapon for the job. Bomb ticket down. He will get picked up. Smith, you're going to come straight over the top of Grill and take him out. That is an important round here, of course. We saw 3 rounds on the trough for Avant Garde. They're starting to build up ahead of steam, as we know that they really thrive on that situation. But now the spanner back in the works. The choo-choo train of PDG and Co has been slowed down, perhaps for now. It's going to be back to an eco for Avant Garde. They've got to be careful about this one. Sensible play from them. But again, another opportunity for Nox to put rounds on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think Avant just saying, look, we've got, 2 rounds left of this half. We'll give you one more. We'll try and take the final one. May going to take out Haz in the first. There we go. Actually, nice work there. 2 players, Debk and Crusoe, going to take down at May. Nice headshot. They do love the Deagles here. Avant Gaming, Debk just start trying so hard down through Banana, but not going to find anyone in that last little effort. So it looks like Noxious are just hanging back. They're waiting to see if they can grab a pick. They obviously have an advantage. Oh, there we go. Another team up there onto Muju. So they do have the player advantage here. 4 onto 3. Smoke going to go down. Crusoe taking a fair bit of damage as well. It looks like we're going to try and force our way onto this A-bomb site. Sype takes out one, but Debk takes out Shredzy in return. Debk on the bomb site. He gets one. Avant Garde too strong on that eco. Playing very, very well. 5 and 9. If they pick up this round here legitimately, that'll be 16 plus 6 is 22, which is more rounds than Noxious can pick up between the rest of this game and their 5 rounds.
Why can't AV do that on a gun round?
Yes.
Why does it have to be an eco that they do that? Like, it's pretty much the same positions. People like, I mean, to be fair, Debk sprayed that Deagle god-awfully, but, Crusoe's always going to be sharp no matter what gun's in his hand. Speaking of the man, does open the account for Avant Garde on towards Mujus. They're Sype sharp, though. Will respond here. They're going to try and make their way through mid again. Still, Noxious don't want to revert back to their old ways. Don't want to play like cowards. They're really going to keep coming forward, and they're doing just that. Smurfy side combining nicely, opening up the map completely. The A side is under the control of Noxious here, and they're going to hold onto it. Debk and PD have got to make their way through. An important buy here for... Oh, okay, that's a bit interesting.
Ships of the night.
Oh, okay, PD unfortunately goes past our old mate Sype through the smoke. And now last man standing, Debk got to make his way in. Avant Garde need this. They need to build up some sort of economy, but it is not to be, and that is the halftime score. It's 10 and 5. So obviously a 15-round cumulative score here for the guys from Noxious. They do need quite a few more rounds to sort of pick up before they, the light, I guess, is starting.
Yeah, well, we have to remember they can only pick up a maximum of 16 rounds in this second game, which means they have a maximum total score of 21. That's where they're at. That is their top score. So Avant already picked up 16. They've got 5. That's 21. They're currently tied if Noxious were to go and win every single round of this map. So Avant only needs one more. We'll see what they're going to do here now that they have swapped to their favourite T side here, Uber.
T side on Inferno. Well, it's one of those things, Crucially, the pistol round is really your pivot point for that. Sype finding PDG early in the piece. Avant trying to push through. Crusoe checking that corner. God, that gets me every time in MM. To be fair, no before. Not really the same, but Crusoe finds the header. May got to push it towards the side here. Shredzy will drop. Crusoe will get onto him as well. The 2 frags for the round. Got to go straight in towards Con there. A couple of shots coming towards it. Bond is going to get planted, though. And you can see Sype goes down as well. See Debk right at the back of that Sype. Muju's last man standing. So Smurfy was up, should I say. He's going to push in through Nana as well. Bomb planted down. Avant Garde looking good. The pistol was all they needed. And we digress when we talk about sort of how many rounds they need, X and Y, because what's actually important is the overall that Noxious can pick up here, because it's going to be important in terms of tiebreaker situations and the like. So probably still want to be playing this game out as best as they can.
Like they would love to come out with a map win here, to be perfectly honest. Like that would be, if they can say we went 1-1 with Avant in our first round, and to be fair, we played pretty terribly on that first map. I think that would put them in good stead for their other 2 matches of this. Oh my goodness, Flash coming out. Has going to go down to May with a fantastic headshot. Sheep taking out May in return 4 and for Avant. Obviously, with the buy, Noxious with no buy, we will see B-bomb site. Oh my goodness, taking so much damage. Sheep just saving his teammate there. Shredzy going down. The bomb plant going to get picked up as well. Avant, by the looks of it, will take out this round. Nice shot there coming from Crusoe. DevK picking up Mood Juice in the flames. And 7 and 10. Avant starting to get some momentum, starting to make their way back. We obviously would expect them to pick up the next 2 rounds after picking up a pistol round. So, you know, that's not too exciting. But for them, the score is starting to look a little bit better, at least for this map.
Thing is, yeah, like Noxious have done an excellent job on their T side. I mean, 10 rounds T side, beautiful, absolutely stellar. But if you can't get a decent round score on Dust 2, you're never going to win the best of 2 anyway. You're never going to be the best of 3, to be honest, because that's so many teams. It's their map for so many teams. You know, if they're not going to, if you can't be competitive or legitimately, you know, put like 12 rounds or so on the board, you make it so much harder for yourself later on in that series to sort of have enough rounds to be going on with. So Avant Garde, you know, they played to their strengths. That Dust 2 map was impressive, to say the least. And, well, now it's all about Noxious making up ground, and I just don't think they're going to have the gumption to do it.
They are starting to look a little bit outplayed here by Avant. Avant, obviously more comfortable, I think, just on this T side. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the reasoning for it could be, but they just seem more comfortable in general. We would expect them to pick up some easy kills this round, and Chriso and PDG showing that to us right now. May actually going to take out Sheep, but that is the end of that one. 8 and 10 of the 18 rounds so far, and we should be seeing our first buy round coming up from Noxious, and we should have a game here, Uber.
Well, if it hasn't been one already, it definitely is going to be now. Noxious, important the way they set up here. Avant Garde, obviously, as evidenced in that last round, quite a crisp entry there, confident, and as their players been sort of all day. And yeah, they had the guns, of course, but it's actually not about the weapons in their hands, but more about the mindset and the way that they approach that round. So let's see if it's a different story here. DevK will be the man out in front as he's going to work his way in towards Nana. Bomb's actually not being held by anyone at this stage, dropped back at the spawn. So Avant definitely, you know, aware, gun round. They're going to set up, they're going to try and get some picks here, and they're going to see how it goes. Chriso and Haz a set. Oh dear, side there fights it. Chriso has response onto him though. Smurfy going to answer the call to action here, pushing in towards those apps as well. Haz is going to get caught by blindside, and the 3v4 does now eventuate. Bomb is now held by Avant Garde, so you can see, well, they're going to have to commit here. A is definitely well held at this stage by Noxious. PDG, the first man to poke his head into the side. Not afraid to be the entry fragger. There's no one watching CT at this stage, so PD is essentially safe. He might even go for a little cheeky push in through Con there. DevK went down, so that was PD's teammate there pushing on towards that site. So now PD's going to do it himself. Shredzy goes down. Can he make the second? No. May just a little bit too sharp, but now Sheep is here to be the auxiliary, but May, again, very, very reliable in the back of that B site to pick that round up, and that is 1. The first one for this half, of course. And you know, those Nox guys are counting. A mental counter. 1 for this half. It's 11, obviously, for them. Cumulatively 16 rounds. They're going to need to win this game. They have to win quite well. I mean, they want as many rounds as they can. We know, obviously, Avant Garde already.
Yeah, Avant have won this best of 2. It is a cumulative map score. But if you can go 1-1, you're certainly going to be feeling a lot better. It's a much better place to be in going into your other rounds here. So, starting to stack this B bomb site here, heading in towards Banana. Onto the bomb site. We'll see 2 players here. 3 almost? No, only 2 players, sorry, here for Noxious. Hiding out, just waiting. Throwing out that nade, actually doing no damage whatsoever. PDG just holding. Do they want it? Are they going to force it? Or are they going to wait? They're just chillaxing. Maybe trying to see if someone's going to be a little bit greedy. No, so many smokes going over the top here. Looks like PDG is going to push his way in. Bomb, he's going to try and plant the bomb. It's not going to work. He's going to go down. Shredzy taking him out. Avant pushing so hard into this B bomb site, but Noxious doing so much damage. May, yes, he finally takes out DevK, takes out Sheep. 8 and 12. That was a bit cheeky there from Avant. They only had two people on the site, but they just threw it. They thought they could get the bomb plant down.
That's good set play from them, and smokes and flashes came down. Maybe the flashes could have been timed a little bit more congruently with their push on towards the bomb side. It was just well held by Noxious, I feel, at this stage. They were on point. Despite the smokes and all the action that was happening, they held nicely. So Avant Garde now a little bit of back to the drawing board here for them, as they want to keep accruing those rounds. DevK going to go down. Petey hits the deck as well now through mid. I think a lot of that carnage did occur. Let's go over to see Has Tech 9 in hand. Obviously, pistols here for Avant Garde. Chris over the Deagle. That extra investment there. Let's see if it pays off. Has in apps. Got a spray, but does actually have, does have a decent gun on him there. So pick that one off Smurfy. Sheep and Chriso going to be making their way in here through mid. The entry. So can find the frag. A lot of damage coming out through the smoke there. So a bit of spray. Definitely going a long way here for Noxious at this stage. Smurfy fights Sheep. Oh, there it is. And of course, the Noxious guys just waited for the push in. Held it well yet again.
Yeah, they're playing this half quite well now. They sort of managed to get themselves a bit of a roll on, picking up the last round, picking up this round. 3 rounds away from the map win, even if that means that they have lost the best of 2 due to round scores. But this is pretty impressive. They have been playing quite well, and it certainly it seems like a different team to what we saw in game number 1. We'll see what Avant are going to pull out here. All the AKs from them have come out. That is the buy they've chosen to make. So we'll see what that means. We do have a Has up here. Has managed to make his way up into apartments. See if he can get a cheeky kill. DevK has taken a little bit of damage. And we will actually see quite a nice positioning coming out of Noxious. They are just waiting here on the A-bomb site. Mujis almost through the smoke. Has going to pick up Smurfy for that first kill coming out of Boiler. Actually almost shooting his own player there. Just missing him with a little bit of luck. Will take down Cyber as well. Chriso going to go down to Mujus, who is on that bomb site. He's swapped out to the Digger. Will he get one? No. Force back. There we go. On to Has, but Sheep going to take him out in return. They will get onto the bomb site. Will be able to get this bomb plant down. Shredsy, last player left, starting to make his way around from the B-bomb site into library. And Shredsy has a lot of work to do. He will take out Sheep 2v1. He has a player on his left that he does not know about. He is going to try and check. He's going to see him. They're just going to hold. Just going to try and see what they can do. Will throw one flash down. There we go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't check the corner he needs to check. But there's so many different areas there, Uber. 9 and 13. Avant Garde picking up that round. But Noxious still looking pretty good, to be honest.
Pit is such a nightmare to deal with as well. If you're trying to work on for a retake at A, and you suspect there's a player in Pit, there's probably one of 3 angles that he could be watching. If they stack Pit as well, you need to win the aim battle. You must almost, not pre-fire, but you need to be dead on and you need to hit them hard and fast. Otherwise, you are going to get wrecked. So, it obviously didn't work out for the man. Look, it's a tough side to take. You definitely need teammates to create distractions and have alternate angles being covered. But, excuse me, that definitely wasn't the case on this occasion. Has now. Shooting chickens for the moment. Suspecting a little bit of movement inside apps, and that would have been Cybe and Co. Smurfy watching Chriso's spot from last half. May holding that site down nicely. So thus far, it's actually the standard 3 at A2 would be layout for Noxious. No reason to really go into any super complicated strategy, I think, for Noxious at this stage. They're just trying to hold and be patient. Has now going to flash himself, as you do. Getting used to those land configs, I'm sure that will be what he says. And now he's going to make his way through, making a lot of sound, to be fair, in Carbs. A lot of sound. In the meantime, PDG trying to make some work over here at B. Shredsy, PDG probably needs to be careful about that corner. Shredsy finds his head there now. You see DevK was at the car. He's going to try and trade with Shredsy there. DevK going down fairly low. Might be some work on towards the B side here. There's a good pick over at Coils, and here comes DevK straight in through towards the bomb site. Looking for Shredsy. He's going to be up in the corner there as well. Smurfy does pick up Has there. Shredsy caught in the corner. DevK picks him up. Oh, DevK can't deal with Mujis though. Mujis takes down Sheep as well. Finally drops to Chris Wow. And now Chris will get the plant down. A 2v1 situation. He's got the planted grill. He's going to throw that smoke out pretty quickly. The Molotov does go up around him. And Cybe will respond for the retake. And Noxious got to make it 14-9 and even up. Well, even improve their chances of winning this map. There's good work from Avant Garde to work in onto that site, and a good retake indeed from Noxious.
Yeah, a couple of times the players of Avant Gaming getting caught out there, whipping a nade out at the wrong time. PDD just deciding to poke before he had managed to get his rifle around the corner. Looks like, are they going to buy? I don't think so. Oh, half a buy. Tech 9s. What? Yeah, sort of the half ego there. Getting the semi on. So
that's just a straight up force.
They don't have much choice, to be honest. It's only 2 rounds left for Noxious to win on this half, and it will be the end of the game. Just maybe we'll obviously force this game out longer than it needs to go, but they don't want to throw this away. If they can come back and pick up both map wins, Avant would be super happy, especially being down so far. This is a bit of a challenge for the guys holding out here down towards Banana. But Noxious actually managed to get all the way through. Nice smoke has allowed May to get in and around the corner in that tricky little spot. So if Avant do push their way through the smoke here, they will find a bit of a surprise on the left. We'll see if the rest of Noxious are going to want to rotate round. No, it looks like Avant actually going to push round to the A-bomb site. Going to get flashed out, forced back into the smoke, however, will make their way through. Nice molly going to come down and force the guys round the corner. DevK and Chris are going to take out two. Saib taking out Sheep. DevK going to take out Saib in return. Bomb plant going down. 3 players up, 2 players up here for Avant Gaming. And they have turned this force buy into something of quite a round, to be honest. Noxious does does put a bit of damage on. He will go down. 1 plate off. Shreds he hit with this great AK. I do love the design. Is he going to do anything? Going to poke out. So much to do. 2 players, as you said, so difficult as well on this bomb site. 10 and 14, Avant picking up, he's probably stealing a win that round.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Noxious sort of ran out of steam towards the end there, unfortunately. Has with some very fancy footwork to try and get in onto the side. A lot of smoke. It was chaotic. And those teams that can hold out in those chaotic situations are definitely the ones that are going to have the upper hand here. Look at what Avant Garde are doing here. Straight down Nana. They actually have the buy here. So they're actually going to be serious about a B push. They want to pick up May first. He's going to be the casualty that they need to cause very early on into the round. Of course, it's a save here for the guys from Noxious. So it's going to be a fairly easy entry. Chriso finds the first kill. Looks up towards Coils. Didn't quite see the player. I think that was Shredzy. He backed right on away. And he's going to go straight in towards Con. Waiting for the rest of his team to join him. They're going to go for a bit of a flank. It's going to be a very slow rotate out from A for Smurfy, I think it was. So really a matter of just waiting and seeing here. Has a DevK getting the damage done up in towards that Banana. Sheep taking a little bit of damage as well from CT. Has 2 sharp there as well. Holding Nana like a champ. So that little flank really didn't work out at all. It's almost as if the guys from Noxious could have maybe invested a bit more resources in more of like a CT approach to that B side instead of going for the flank. Avant Garde had all the players. They had the gun. So a long angle like Nana is so easy to hold as well when you have that rifle advantage there. A little bit easy for Avant Garde there as well, but a successful entry, should I say, is always going to make it that much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see Noxious coming out here with an eco round as CT. So I'm not sure. It doesn't look like they're trying to pull off anything sneaky here, trying to steal a round win from the T side in Avant. Avant Gaming, however, pushing through nice and slowly down that Nana side, as you do call it, Uber. Will they get one? There we go. Sheep going to take out May. A little bit of damage going down. We'll see Chris has also gone down as well a little bit early in the round. 4 onto 4 here. We'll see whether the boys from Avant want to go A or whether they want to go and grab B. Just holding back, trying to get a couple easy kills. Don't want to throw away those weapons. They've already lost 1 to Saib, although he is a little bit tagged up, to be perfectly honest. So we can see the bomb is sort of chucksing over near the A-bomb site, but we will have 3 players from Avant pushing in to this B-bomb. PDG doing a little bit of damage. He does have a molly. Is he going to chuck it over and try and force them off this site? It does go over the top. Has going through first. PDG holding back.
You nerd.
Wow. I wonder how many times he practiced that one, Uber. Forcing him back. Going to burn him out. Is still 1 player on the site. Is now no players on the site. Tracy going to go down. The bomb is still on the other side. There we go. I planted on the A-bomb site by DevK, but it doesn't matter. They forced the rotation, got the cheeky plant down, and pick up the round. 12 and 14, getting closer and closer. Noxious only needing 2 more rounds to get this map victory, Uber, but still, they won't win the best of 2.
Well, yeah, they had to save as well. So now they're looking good in terms of their economy. Obviously, able to buy out fairly nicely here. So this is one that Noxious want to win. Otherwise, they've given Avant Garde far too much of a window to get in here. Look at the way they're working mid here. Has been very, very careful. Knows, again, guns are in the hands of Noxious. They might elect to take it off in towards mid, but that is definitely not the order of the day here for Noxious at this stage. They're really not really thinking about that at all. May is going to be the guy on Nana. He has pushed up, trying to apply a little bit of pressure. Smurfy going to be receiving a push in moments, surely, out from mid. Saib's already got himself set up in those apps as well, so Smurfy knows that's been covered. Moojus will be the one watching here from that corner. Some good peeks on towards Has will yield excellent results. He is healthy indeed. Smurfy with a triple.
Oh my goodness.
And he was inside, pushing out of apps for that one there. So not much Avant can do. They've got to pick up the pieces here. DevK doing just that at this stage, but May will find him one more round. It's match point here. Noxious crucially holding there. Great work from Smurfy to pick it up. It was just a standard push out towards Apps and spray in towards the mid there. A lot of information being given over from Shredzy, I think, sitting on that jungle corner.
Yeah, nice work there. Avant going to fight nonetheless here. They really, obviously, they want to come out here and win both maps. Now is the time, because this is it. Noxious might come out and grab a cheeky little map victory here. 15-12, Uber. Nice buys out from both sides. We'll see what they're going to do. PDG, who has been down bananas so many times, will find himself over at this A-bomb site instead. Flash going to come out from Noxious. PDG throwing out a nade of his own. Going to poke around the corner here. Going to, oh my goodness, Muju's doing very, very well. Even though he got naded out. DevK going to take him out in return. He was down to very limited HP, however. 4 plays up for both sides. Smoke's going down onto this A-bomb site. Sheep, however, is still holding here over at Banana. Shredzy's having none of it. He takes him out as well. There we go. Onto the B-bomb site. Looks like Shredzy's going to get forced back. Nice Molly going to force out at least one player. May with, is that the collat? Headshot on to DevK. Taking out Chriso. They will pick up the map 16-12. But Uber, it's time to get out your TDTV AV emoticons because Avant Gaming has picked up their first round of this 4-team group even.
I still can't get past the fact you just called that a collat.
Was it not?
Or if you're playing Modern Warfare 2.
Was it not collateral? Collateral is a word that exists in the dictionary.
Oh, okay.
Uber.
All right, I'll give you that. No, of course. I mean, Avant Garde, obviously, when their first round was really, really strong, of course. The first map, should I say, on Dust 2. They bought themselves that buffer, that freedom, I guess, essentially, to drop rounds and even drop the map in the second map, I guess, and still sort of actually come out on top. So that is the way the cookie crumbles. The fact of the matter is that Inferno was the pick of Noxious. You can see they're pretty well drilled on it.
They
did get the win, but it just wasn't by enough of a buffer. So, and that's the danger of that best of 2 scenario. You need to have, you need to be quite proficient over a multitude of different maps. In fact, any other map. Because if there's a map that you really suck at, or you can't ban it out, or you tried to veto that one and there's another one you can't deal with, and you have to play it, and then you sort of get stomped, then it makes it far, far harder for you to come back because you need to not only win the next map, but by a good margin.
Yeah. You really comes down to both maps. So you can't come in here with 2 maps in your map pool because you're going to have to play a fair few different maps over the course of these 2 days if you do make it through to the grand finals, Uber.
Absolutely. So obviously over on the other game, obviously the other Group A match is being played simultaneously. It's Immunity versus Steel Series. The first map went down to a 15-15, so that was even Stevens, and the second map is underway. We're trying to get the uplink for GoTV sorted for you guys very, very shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to be back, and when we return, we'll be coming back with our next Group A match. It's going to be a cracker, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us thus far, and don't go too far. We'll be back very shortly.